Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me again. I'm Newsman Mickson, here today with more Feed the Beast on the Hamworld server. I said last time we would do something a little more combat-oriented this episode, and I did not lie, and you might notice a few changes. I'll get into that in a moment, but what we did, and by we I mean both Hills and I, and along actually with another server member, SirDukePaco, we went wither killing. However, there is a catch. My roommates had some people over in the background, and I couldn't actually talk during it, so I'll do a little voiceover when I show the clips. But we killed some withers. I'll show that process, and let me explain what's going on here first. So I've got this concrete from Chisel, and it's actually smelted gravel is how you get it. You just smelt gravel and it gives you concrete. There's a bunch of different types that you can chisel out to get a bunch of different aesthetics, but I chose this one because it's just a very natural look. It actually gives you a little bit of a speed boost when you walk on it, if you've noticed that. So I've made a little land bridge here. I'll flesh this out and make some guardrails, and I'll eventually make some sort of fake building facade right here that leads into this tunnel, which does not go very far at all. I put up this chiseled smooth stone here for the ceilings and walls, and as well as the concrete for the floors, and I'll eventually have some sort of stairwell at the end of this tunnel that will lead up to the very top, not the very top, not up there, but the top up here. This will be kind of my main factory floor. Elevators are an option. They're a very good option, actually. And they've even got directional or rotating elevators now that will point you always in the same direction, no matter which direction you went up or down on. However, with the build that I'm doing, I want to stay as kind of factory oriented as possible. I don't want as much kind of magic and teleportation side of things. I would like something more realistic, more tangible, and that's why I would like to do a stairwell. I think a stairwell will be nice because you have multiple floors, and it'll make it a lot quicker going up and down this huge landscape here. So this is quite tall. I mean, my tower sits around 12. Where's my? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It does that sometimes for some reason. No idea. It sits around 140. So it kind of puts it in perspective, but. We'll take a look at that wither killing now, and then I will meet you back here to explain what the heck this building is up here. So before we actually fought the wither, Greg wanted to build a crossbow to use on it because they're really strong, and so we do that. We just finished that in this clip. And for whatever reason, he decides to test it out without knowing exactly how many hearts of damage. And he shoots it thinking it's actually going to be, harder to damage like a traditional bow is, but no, it is not. And that happens. He felt so bad about it. Like, he kept apologizing. And, I mean, it was no big deal. The only bad part about it is that it was a blood moon, and I had to go back to spawn. And, oh man, it was a trek. It was interesting. But I lost some levels. I lost like 50 levels, but that's no big deal. I got all my stuff back. And then we eventually went to actually fight the wither. So here we are, a few hundred blocks from spawn on a small island where Hills activated Division Sigil, and there was some havoc with some cursed earth, so it really doesn't matter if it gets damaged by a wither. So there you see Paco just showed up by boat, where me and Hills flew over. And speaking of which, without hesitation or warning, he starts putting on soul sand and skulls. And like I said, with very little warning, there was a wither. Now, I wasn't a lot of help. I shot him in the beginning a few times with my crossbow, and you'll see that here. But for whatever reason, they shot straight up. And probably because I was on hover mode. And also, the wither really wanted Paco. Just immediately saw him, gunned for him, and they just went all the way up together. So at this point, I couldn't really shoot him because I was worried about hitting either Paco or Hills. So, and at this point, I wouldn't have done much damage anyway. So I get up there, finally, I get off hover mode, and by the time I actually am there trying to do any damage, they pretty much have it killed. Whenever they do kill it, which you'll see here right now actually, I glide down because of my traveler's wings from Tinker's, and Hills lands in the water, and so we're fine, no damage at all. Paco, straight ahead there, is withered and is gone down to half a heart. He falls right above the ground and dies, unfortunately. So I do my best to collect his stuff. I put it in a chest over there, and he eventually catches back up to us. But again, without warning, Hills just decides, hey, time for another wither. And this fight, I'm probably even less use because I'm pretty far away. I think I might have shot him once, maybe twice. But again, the kind of the same thing happens. I'm hover mode. They shoot straight up, and the time I even get close to catching up, it's pretty much dead. So you see me zoom in there with my goggles. Even then, I'm too far away, can't really do anything. And if I shoot Hills, I mean, you saw how much damage a crossbow can do, so I could potentially kill him. And I wasn't going to take that risk. So Paco's still trying to get it here, and Hills kills him pretty much single-handedly. And then after this, shortly after we land, my internet craps out, and I'm not actually able to participate in the other fights they have. So generally speaking, I was of little to no use. Pretty much the usual for me. Alright, welcome back. I know we said we'd take a look at that building. However, I did want to do this first. And that is actually kill a wither on camera here with you. Oh man, there's a lot of people down there. Let's stay up here for a little bit. I killed a bunch of wither skeletons with the hope of getting skulls relatively easy. I even made this new battle axe here to replace my cutlass, more of a day-to-day weapon, but I threw as much lapis on it as I could to get the massive amount of looting, and you would think that would really help with the drop rates of wither skeleton skulls. However, the answer is no. I spent a good 2 or 3 hours, no lie, killing wither skeletons in the nether to get, look at that crater, to get enough skulls. And I finally did get enough, but not by that weapon. I made a cleaver, which has the ability to decapitate by like 20%, I think. And then I threw on as many modifiers as I could, I got it up to like 60% chance of dropping skulls. So I got several. Luckily, we'll just kill one wither for now. So we did that. That was not an easy task, but so I decided to go ahead and do this here since we're already on the topic, and this is where we killed the wither before. That's a huge crater. The huge crater. Like I said, my game crashed that day, and we didn't actually. I wasn't actually there for the other ones that he killed, so he must have killed several. But let's go ahead and take a crack at this. I do have a bottle of milk there. You can see on my hot bar in case things get really bad. That's not how you do that. In case things get really bad. Let's just do it this way. Let's just do it this way. Yeah, there we go. And let's go. I want to back up quite a ways here. I managed to get also 10 heart canisters, so now I've got 20 hearts. 2. I got that with the... Ooh, where are you? There. With the amount of necrotic bones I got from as drops. Oh, man. Come on. Where are you? Alright. Come here. We're doing good. We're doing okay. We're doing good? Yeah, we're fine. 21 heart. Yeah, there you go. Alright, and I got another star on my hotbar as we glide down here. Division sigil. Yellow heart. Perfect. Which, if we wanted to, we could convert into a red. But probably not. I've got a few more red hearts back at the base. So, let's gather up our bolts here. Yeah, and that actually went really well. I got down to, what's that? 11 and a half hearts. So if I didn't have those heart canisters, I would have been nearly dead. But no, that wasn't too bad. Solo. Man, that crater. Oh, this is great. This is great. But okay, well, I will meet you back at the base. All right, welcome back. Here we are. Finally taking a look at this building. Now it is very basic. It's literally just these walls here and a ceiling. I will kind of decorate it up a bit. I chose this because it kind of looks like some sort of galvanized metal, like corrugated. I really like it for like an industrial style building. Excuse me. What we have here, and I'm sure you've heard the explosions, is how I'm generating power at the moment. It's very minimum amount of power. It's not a great amount of RF a tick. It's a few hundred, but it's self-sustaining and it's infinite. So let's turn the sound down a little bit. So the story behind this is I've done this setup before, and it's tweaked a little bit every time. It gets a little bit better. And it's a gunpowder generator, and using this TNT generator here from extra utilities, it burns gunpowder or TNT and it produces energy. Originally I came up with this concept on my own. However, after looking it up and studying it, several versions do exist by several different people. And Hills was very quick to to tell me that after I kind of told him the design, but no, it's all good, and it works very well. So how it works is basically I'll give you the quick rundown and then kind of break it down. Igneous extruder makes cobble from basically nothing, puts that in the crusher. The crusher turns cobble into gravel, puts that in the pulverizer. Pulverizer turns gravel into flint, and then puts that in the crusher again, a different one, and it turns the flint into gunpowder, and that sends the gunpowder into the TNT generator. So behind it, I've got these capacitors here from Ender.io, which are nice because you can form a multi-block structure. So each one of them on their own holds 1,000,000 RF, but I've got 6 of them here, 2x3. And it forms a space to hold 6 million And also you can right click on it, view how much you have here, and you can actually put batteries and energy cubes and whatnot in here to charge. You control the input and output and everything there. So these are really nice. This is just the most basic level of them. There is, I believe, 4 levels. Let's take a look. Yeah, so there's the basic, which I have, which holds 1 million each. Then there's 5 million for just the regular capacitor, and then there's the vibrant, which holds 25 million apiece. So quite a bit. So what happens is the igneous extruder is making cobblestone, like I said, from nothing. A bucket of lava and a bucket of water. It will just indefinitely create cobblestone without any power, and that is then being sent up. The output here is being sent to here, and it is crushing this. You can't even see it up here, but it's crushing it and sending it to the right to this pulverizer, which turns the gravel that the crusher just made into flint. Now there is a byproduct here of sand, and that's why you see the barrel underneath here, is because it's like a 15 or 20, 10, something like that, % chance of making sand, and it's sending it down here. And then the flint that we've created from here goes to this crusher, and currently I have it going, half of it to the TNT generator, half of it to this barrel, just to store, because I'm full on power. I've got more than I need. If I was doing just this without the barrel, if I was putting all the gunpowder into the TNT generator, it's probably 400 or so RF a tick, I would say, after you subtract what the machines are using. So, and it's really compact with the exclusion of this barrel right here. It's a 2x3x2, and I've actually got enough room to do another one here. I can actually set up a bank of these 4 machines and just have pipes running into a bunch of these TNT generators. So now that's all nice and dandy, and like I said, I'll spruce up this building. I'll do something with the floor and put in a door and whatnot. But I have got on my hotbar, not the food that I'm eating, but the saplings. And what these were originally were mega rubber saplings. I found them in a dungeon chest. However, I think after I told that to Hills, the server owner, he disabled them because they've turned into just regular rubber saplings. But I did plant one, and I did bone mill it, and that is it right over there. Look at it. Look at the size of that thing. Oh man. So we're gonna go chop it down. I've got a lumber axe there. And so we're gonna take a look. No, we won't sleep. We'll see if the lumber axe can just chop it down in one go, or if it cuts it down in like a 3x3 area. It does that sometimes. So I've got a cleared inventory, so if it drops quite a bit, then we should be able to pick it up. But let's see what. Before we do that, just look at the size of this thing. Look at it. How tall it is. This monster, it's taller than my tower here. This is amazing. Okay, alright. Alright, let's cut it down. Okay, alright, that's what I was afraid of, that it would just cut it down in little bits at a time, and not the whole thing. But that's okay. Could you imagine how much we're going to get off of this? Alright, just that little bit that I chopped away there, not a whole lot, gave me 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of rubber and 4 stacks of logs. Isn't that crazy? Imagine if the whole thing. Up here is what I really want to see, because it's hard to judge all of the individual branches and the leaves and how many saplings you would get out of this. So this is not going to be easy feat cutting down this whole thing, but will it be rewarding? I won't have to worry about wood for a while, will I? Okay, well, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to watch the series from the beginning if you haven't been already, and stay tuned for the next episode. We'll probably do some building and work with some kind of oddball unique items from some various mods. So but I will see you then, and thanks again for watching. Yo dog, I heard you like creepers, so I put a creeper on your creeper so you can explode while you explode.